All right, cat lovers, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Here we are. I mean, I would say it's that time of month again, but I'm well past that time of month because I haven't been doing this Ambu like at all. I only have 150,000 hallmarks, which I've basically done the last 2 days. I tried it the night it came out and I hated it, and so I was being a big baby and boycotting it, but here we are, we're back. And I guess better late than never. And really, the reason I want to do the video is so that I remember how I was doing this, because it will come back eventually, right? And it's not like the gear and strategies will change in 2 years. I mean, I hope it does, right? But I don't. Anyway, we're here. We're doing Ambu VD Volume 1 against Qiqirn's, the rats. It's against the big rats. And, you know, the reason I don't like it is because it's a non-cranking month again. Although, you actually can crank. I figured it. We worked it out, and you can crank, but here's the thing, all right? We come in. There's 6 Qiqirns out there. Scoundrels and a pilferer. They're all thieves. They can all do perfect dodge, although I don't know what triggers it because they seem to do it randomly. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. You got 6 of them, and the trouble with this Ambu is you can't buff the hell out of yourself like we typically would. If you have Corsair Rolls on, Avatar's Favor on, Songs on, or a buff Geomancy Bubble, those guys will use something called Essence Steal. And every time they land a melee hit after they do that, they will heal to full and they will level up. So basically, if they do that, you can't kill them. But we're not going to use any of that stuff, right? We can still buff. There's still ways to buff. But really, the name of the game is flooring their defense. So that's kind of how we're approaching this one. We want to have as much buff as we can have, as much haste as we can have, and all that good stuff. And just floor their defense to the extent that we can. So to do that, my strategy, I'm using Blue Mage, Dragoon, Red Mage, Summoner, White Mage, and in my 6th slot, I still have a Corsair because I just don't have anything better. But a Dancer there would be amazing. I don't have a Dancer, so I'm doing Core Sub-Dancer. Because, you know, Rat can still wield a Nagling, and he can Sub-Dancer and do Hey Samba and Box Steps, and that's what he's going to be doing. That's his job. So, I think this could be a very flexible party setup. This is what's working for me, and this is what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I come in, I like to edge up right to like 20 Yalms, because one of my things, the Red Mage, is sub-Black Mage. Now, these things are resistant to Lullaby, but they will go to sleep with Dark Magic. So I got Red Mage, sub-Black Mage. I like to come right up here, get real close, and then I start buffing. So let's get some avatars going. I'm going to use Haste 2, Crystal Blessing, Warcry, and the one where Fenrir howls at the moon and gives you stat buffs. That's what we're going to do with that. Get that going. You can use any of your regular White Mage buffs. I'm using Bar Stone because they have this terror move where they clap in your face and they scare you. And oh, shucks. Oh, I got a minute. Okay, that's fine. I can do this in a minute. Accidentally hit Saboteur. Bits. Everything's fine. I mean, you don't really need Saboteur for it anyway, but it helps, right? Every little bit helps. Danny always says. All right. Looking good there. All right, I'm gonna do this. Nice thing. So the great thing about Blue Mage, part of why it's so good, is you get Mighty Guard. Get those that haste step. So with Haste 2 and Mighty Guard, I'll be capped haste. Okay, so first thing I do is I hit Sleep Gun on the Pilferer, and the range is such that it'll hit all the babies, and I don't have to worry about them, and this guy will come over here. And the reason I want to pull him out is he's going to drop these little bombs, and you need to kill the bombs ASAP, or they'll blow up. And if they blow up, it not only damages your party, but it also will wake all the babies up, and that will make things messy as things go on. Okay, so we like to do, I keep it simple. I just do Dia and Distract 3. Dia 3 and Distract 3 on him. Light shot him and Tenable Crush him, and then you just get to work on him. I'm using Expiacion, Gantar's using Direweed, we got Black Halos firing, and Savage Blades. And I'm just spamming because I'm lazy, but a better player than me might want to put together a skill chain. There's the mine. Alright, let's kill the mine. Because they seem to take a lot of skill chain damage. I've seen all 9's darknesses on these guys. They really hit them hard. So if you can put together a skill chain, you're going to be cranking them off so hard. But I suck at this game and I'm lazy, so I'm just doing what I'm doing. Do note, these guys have pretty high accuracy, so I'm using accuracy food on all my guys that are swinging. That helps a lot, and then we're just cranking. Stunning doesn't seem to work. I tried stunning him before. It doesn't really do anything. We just spam. Spam, spam, spam. Oh, I didn't get Aftermath 3. I should have got Aftermath 3. Once this guy dies, the babies are not nearly as strong as him. And look, he can perfect dodge. I don't know what triggers it. He didn't here. He doesn't usually, but he can. Alright, now he's dead. What I like to do is I kind of go off to the side here. I pick one of these guys. And I go over here and I do Tentacle Crush, and I'll hit 2 of them. I don't want to wake them all up, but I definitely want to hit them with Tentacle Crush. Because with that defense down, you can actually hurt them. Get the light shot on. Just get right at it. These guys can all perfect dodge as well. I don't know what triggers it. They don't usually do it, but if they do, I just switch to another one, kill it. And just like the big guy, they seem to take extra skill chain damage, so if you're a competent player, you know, the opposite of me, you might take advantage of that. You might take advantage of that skill chain damage. Excuse me. But I'm a scumbag, so I'm just going to spam away. That light shot on. Oh, I think he perfect dodged. What a scumbag. Alright, let's just switch to his buddy right here. It's no problem. And I don't want to wake those other two up, so I'll just wake this one up. Hit him with Tentacle Crush. You know. That light shot on. There's all kinds of ways you can reduce their defense. Like Dantaro could throw Engons. They're not. I don't think they stack with Tentacle Crush, so I'm not terribly worried about it. You could use Armor Break, right? If you brought Warrior, you little fucker. You could even have like the Summoner just spamming Shell Crusher, right? With the staff, put a staff on and do that. The name of the game is get that defense down. Oh, you could bring a Beastmaster, right? And have the slug do the corrosive ooze, spit on him. You can spit on that thing, right? All kinds of ways to reduce defense. Great. Yeah, it's pretty boring. But the reason I wasn't doing it, the first time I did it, it took me and Shermie like 25 minutes because we didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. So we were sitting here with like no buffs, no defense down, nothing. And just barely able to hit him. It was a mess. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. But eventually we got over it, and here we are. Cranking away. It's really not that bad. The fastest I've done it is 5.5 minutes. I've heard people doing it even faster. Like buff in and out, and still at, you know, the timer was at like 24:36 or something. Best I can do. What's that? Come back. Ooh, got 3-step. The nice thing with this skill chain combination I have, I get a lot of incidental skill chains, even though I'm not really aiming for it. When they happen, a really good one, Dire Mute, Expedición, Dire Mute. Oh, baby. That fucking cranks. Alright. And that's it. It really doesn't seem that dangerous. They don't seem to hit that hard as long as you keep them asleep. Right? And if they wake up, you can re-sleep them. You don't really need the... Like, I use Elemental Seal and Saboteur when they're up. They usually are every time I go in. But even if the mind goes off and they wake up, I can sleep them again. So it's fine. It's not a big deal. Sometimes they will kill the white mage before I re-sleep them. That's it. Ayataro's fine. She can go. You can take a nap. She's my white mage. I need her. Yeah, just keep them asleep. Kill the mines. Get as much defense down as you can and take advantage of the skill chains. Piece of cake. It's really not that bad. Not that fun. As you can see, there's really not a lot going on. You just kill them one at a time. They don't really have that many moves. They don't do much. They just kind of roll over and take it, right? That's it. For the key item, I'm using the survival guide to Idalia Subterranea. I don't know how to place. Some people will go all the way to the Nizal Isle staging point. There's rats all over that area. And I think the Kadirvamire home point at nighttime has some rats. So that's where you can go to get your key item. I hope this has been helpful. I know it's late as hell, but it already happened. I can't go back. We do this live every day, guys, except Wednesdays and usually Sundays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, twitch.tv/VelnorXI. Feel free to come visit us and say hi. We're always playing 11, petting cats. We're usually petting this guy. I hope this was helpful. Everybody have a great day.